maintain their own temperature, nor do they have any natural smell to them.
They're just still enough, a snake will just crawl right
Yeah,
over them.
pretty much, yeah. If a snake were to happen across a sloth, it would be completely by happenstance.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring them out here.
Oh, did you hear that door close?
No snakes in here.
What time is your fennec fox encounter?
It's not till 11:30. We got a cushion. He's so loving. Like the little, the monkey.
Georgie is Velcro to Vlad, just like Dash is Velcro to me.
They walked by and he had his little head up and stuck his little head in his neck. Then there was a little boy out there that was doing the kangaroo thing with us. And he walked by and he reached out and he was like, "No, you don't."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, you didn't like that." He like crawled to the other side, you know.
He does a lot better if he's down, on the ground and somebody will come up to him, but if he's on Vlad and somebody comes up and tries to touch him, it just goes into like protect mode.
This is my person.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Sweet. How'd you like this? And it doesn't stress you out.
But just the fennec foxes, right? You don't have anything else after that?
That's it.
Well, since you guys live pretty close, you'll have to come back and visit us again when
We can do that other
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
Immerse going maybe
That's
next
what I
week when he
said.
gets off school. We've got Chloe too. Her encounters are just like 20 minutes at a time, but she's only 4 months old and she's a tiny little baby, and so we're slowly working her up to do longer encounters. I think she's only got like 40 minutes of encounter total a day that she can do, and then we'll slowly start working her up to more than that. But for the first several weeks, she'll be down just to that. But her encounters are definitely very sweet, and they're a little bit different than Dash's too, because she will actually hold on to a stuffed animal, and she holds on to that stuffed animal like the whole time, and we'll just set the whole stuffed animal into somebody's lap. So.
Baby, that is so sweet.
And that's how Zoe was conditioned too. She knew that she would hold on to that stuffed animal, and she had a little cue word. She would go transition over from the stuffed animal onto the person. But now that she's like twice as big as the stuffed animal that she came with it's kind of like the stuffed animal just gets in the way now.
It's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You're her stuffed animal now.
Yeah. You have a phone that you want me to take any pictures for you with from this angle over here? Or?
Oh, it's in my pocket. Maybe. That one's yours. Let me get it out of my pocket. There you go.
Get a couple of both you guys together too. Yeah. You posing, buddy? Are you posing? And do you want to get in a picture too, or
Yeah.
so up to you guys? Couch down there. There we go.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Well, I'm glad you guys got to come.
It's like, it's time for
Yeah. Oh, go. And so this is how I transfer him now, and he's just like, 7.5 pounds. I'm like, he gets to be up to 15 pounds. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that transfer the same way. Because those little claws don't look like much, but when all of his body weight is hanging on by
I was
just
about to
a claw.
say, you
Yeah.
have the one arm workout.
Yeah.
Lifting him up. It was really nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too. I'm glad you guys got to come. You don't care to just sanitize your hands for me right here one more time. And then the mini fox encounter will be at the pavilion just right there. So if you want to hang out here.
Hey guys, keep watching. We're about to be doing another sloth encounter with Michaela. I think we're going to be doing a full hour, so keep watching. It's going to be great.
So you guys had originally do it for the VIP encounter, which typically we start out with Flash, and we'll spend like 30 minutes with Flash and then transition over to a holding sloth.
Flash just didn't want to make
Flash has not come down yet this morning. His
okay.
door is still open. We're gonna see if he'll come down. Sometimes when he hears us in here talking
Should we close this?
about the other, yeah, go ahead and close it. About the other sloths and moving around, he hears
And if
crunching.
you want, you can
Here's
put
other
any of your
people
first
eating.
stuff up there if you want to.
Sometimes he'll come down, but.
Can I hand that over?
Oh,
Do you need phones?
So this is Dash. So we're gonna start out with, well, the first 30 minutes we'll just spend with, feeding him and everything. And then we'll transition over to the next 30 minutes. If Flash doesn't come down, then, we'll, regardless if Flash comes down or not, we'll do the second half for the holding encounter. So all of this food here is for him. And when we go to feed him with the rice here, just kind of hold the bowl up to him just like this. And then with the other pieces, you can just feed it to him, like you'll hold on to the end of it and let him take the end. But their eyesight is extremely poor, and so we have to keep that in mind when we're feeding them. You just give them the end of it and then you let go. Because they have a condition that's called rod monochromacy. And that means they only have rod cells in their eyes and no cone cells. And so the cone cells are what allows us to see color, so they are completely colorblind. But what they do see is not just in black and white, it's basically just blobs and shapes. So he can't tell the difference.
Me without my glasses on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also kind of works like night goggle vision, and so looking through night goggles in the middle of the day, you really can't make much out. So that's kind of how it is for them, especially when they've got an LED light right above their heads. But you guys are welcome to pet him, feel how soft he is and everything. And so Dash is a year old. Dash's birthday is August 5th. And so he's a little bit over a year. And I still am in the habit of calling him our baby, although he's not really our baby
I'm
anymore.
like trying to move slowly.
Yeah, you're fine. What are you looking for, bud?
I'm looking for some quiet. I'm hearing all the people and they're trying to be calm and quiet because that's what the instructions said.
Yeah.
Ready for me to try and give them some.
Yeah, you can offer him any of that there.
All right, we're gonna go for the danger first. You ready?
Yeah.
No? Not what we want?
Because I got a few snacks earlier, make him not that hungry. And those little spinach leaves right there it was in a batch of, baby spinach, baby organic spinach. But some of those spinach leaves are like great big fat leaves. And sloths prefer the tiny little baby leaves that are just starting to grow, that don't have as much cellulose in it. And in the wild, they would be living in the Cercophia trees, and those leaves, the trees will build up a toxin in those leaves over time. And so they have to eat the baby fresh leaves that are just
Before they
starting to
start
grow.
getting old.
Exactly, yeah. And it's a lot easier for them to process and break down because they don't have as much cellulose in it. And so even in captivity, they still would prefer the smaller leaves. And if they're not as hungry, and I give them a whole big wad of, spinach, they'll pick through and they'll just get the smaller ones,
That's
out of all of them.
Do you want to give it a shot and see?
Yeah, let's see.
He'll love you more than me.
Let's see. Let's do this.
Thank you.
I'm so gonna see you.
That green bean. Oh, maybe green bean. Oh,
There we
no.
go.
Hey, what are you looking at?
He's like, I'm gonna pose for the pictures. Well, I need to.
What are you looking at there?
I could just like literally just toast up on a chair and try the rice.
Yeah, let's try this.
A little bit of rice.
It's like, I'm not
Feeling
Veggies in there.
feeling curvy.
And even if you hold it up right there to him, even if he doesn't look over at it, their sense of smell is really good, and so he'll know that it's there.
I keep seeing that nose go. It's like,
We'll see, maybe we'll try again here just a little bit. But Dash is a two-toed sloth, although it makes more sense to say two-fingered because it is on the front that they have the two, and then on the back he actually has three. So all sloths will have 3 claws on the back, and it'll be the front feet where they differ in the amount. So I guess whoever decided to call them 2 to 3-toed sloths just deemed all 4 legs to be, all 4 limbs to be legs. But for whatever reason, I do consider the fronts to be arms.
Sure.
Maybe because they just sit more upright when we're doing encounters like this, but they also will use those claws sometimes. If we put a longer stick in their mouth that they can't really manipulate with just their mouths, they'll take their claw and kind of move it to be able to manipulate it around and get a better grip on it.
Flash, I wish someone wants to.
You said he's 1.
Yes, 1 year old. His birthday's August 5th. a little bit over a year. But with those claws, they really only do just the one motion, just open and close. They can't really move them, separately or independently, just open and close. But they're great at the motion, the one motion that they can do with it. So their grip strength is absolutely incredible. It's about 3 times stronger than a person's. Yeah, and so from the moment that a sloth is born, they have the ability to hold all of their body weight hanging by just one claw holding onto the branch of a tree. And so that would be the equivalent of a newborn holding all their body weight up by just one hand. It's just not going to happen. And so when they clamp down onto something, they're not letting go until they feel good and ready to. And it's really easy for them to do that. So their claws will work opposite to our hands. Whereas for me, open-handed is my relaxed state. It doesn't take any energy for me to do this. If I'm sedated or when I pass away, my hands are going to stay open. I'm not going to make a fist.
Except for that whole
Sloths,
thing.
yeah. Well, sloths are a little bit opposite. So for them to hold on to the branch and be squeezing down all of their body weight hanging from this for them is like this for us. It's just natural for them. But to open up that claw and reach for the next branch, then that's when they're using muscles and energy to be able to do that. So for a sloth to just hang in one spot and sleep all day long is effortless.
So Dash is definitely not exerting.
Definitely not, no. So when they start to move around, and they'll move around a lot more at night, they are nocturnal animals. Although they'll be awake quite a bit throughout the day, they just choose not to move because one, they can't really see where they're going, and two, that's when a lot of other animals are awake, is in the daytime.
And that would make them an easy target.
Exactly, yeah.
How much does he weigh?
He weighs about 8 pounds. Now it does fluctuate quite a bit because sloths will only go to the bathroom once a week, about every 7 to 10 days. And so
It's about to pass out.
they eat about 10% of their body weight every single day. So if you think about eating and eating some more and eating a little bit more and then eating again and then going to the bathroom after 7 days of eating, that's about 1/3 of their entire body weight that they'll expel. So it is a massive amount, and it's not just a massive pile, but it's also a massive puddle. So they only pee but once a week as well.
Gosh.
Yeah. So when they do go, it is a big event, and it is a big mess to clean up, and a lot of people are, until I start to talk about the massive part of it, they're like, oh, well, you have a pretty easy job, you don't have to clean up poop every day. And I'm like, well, but I do, it takes like 30 minutes.
For everyone just to go ahead and.
Oh yeah, you can see Flash up in it. He's just in the very top corner up in that hammock. You may have to take a step in to see him up there.
Well, I see where this one is.
Yeah, and I see his shadow in there. I do. Flash and dash.
Yeah.
I love it.
Flash and Dash, Zoe and Chloe.
Like up here where this window would be.
That's the camel condo, or I think they're renaming it to call it the Sloth Suite. But if you stay up there, if you have like 6 to 10 people, it really makes it worth your while. There's 3 master bedrooms and 2 kids' rooms. And as soon as you walk in, that up there is plexiglass on the side. And so he can come out and, maybe you see him around up there.
You used to have the cutest little cows.
Do you want to come down and see us?
Hey, buddy.
I love these little penis like.
Hey, bud. You're cute too. I don't want you to feel like you're not. If you guys want to step over this way, I think that may encourage him to come down.
We're gonna come back and say thank you. Thank you, Munchkin guy.
I really want you to eat. Let's try something else. Let's try this one. Eat this.
There we go. Just good stuff. And when he's opening and closing his mouth like that, you can see those little teeth he has, and they are quite impressive. So in the very front of their mouths, they don't have any teeth, but on the sides. Oh,
he
did
doesn't
surprise
like
you?
I'm so sorry.
I poked him in the
Oh
nose.
no.
I'm so sorry. Do you want to try again? I promise I won't stab you in the nose. It's me.
It's your turn, buddy. Did you try something?
No? How on this side?
It's okay, bud. Did it surprise you?
I'm so sorry. a new discussion with the nostril.
So when we're going to pet him and everything, using an open hand like this real slow is a lot better than doing the scritching. You can tell when he's doing the scritching, you see how he's going into me and kind of withdrawing. So even though he is a captive born and raised sloth, has never been exposed to anything in the wild, he is still, still hardwired to be a little bit more aware of things like that. When he feels that sensation, it kind of triggers something in his brain to be like, oh, what's trying to eat me? And the little tongue sticking out.
I know.
So scratch.
It's the most natural thing, because all the other animals
Love
like
it,
that.
yeah, that's true.
And with him on his chin too, like a dog or a cat, they love the little chin scritches.
He doesn't
But
want
for a sloth, a lot of times he'll be turning his head back this way to look back behind him to see what's going on, and people are tempted to scratch that chin. But for a sloth that can't see what's coming, all of a sudden something touching their neck area, it can be kind of alarming. So he'll scrunch back in. He's like, "Oh, what's going on?" Hey, bud, you thinking about it? You wanna come down and see us? Come on, Flash. And so, since their sense of smell, their sense of smell is really good. A lot of times when I'm trying to get him to come down, I'll blow it up towards him. Or I'll use a banana, because he absolutely loves bananas. And that's why that's out there.
Do you have to blow the banana? Oops.
That's
That
all right.
banana is going
You
to-
can leave that piece down there. It's been about trying to break off all morning.
Well, I can, it's a squishy.
Yeah.
It's not the kind I want to.
Come on, bud.
I've got some manners. You're so sweet and soft.
I think it's gonna happen. I'm feeling this.
Come on, bud.
I got you. I know you know. It's
Come on, bud. Hey, Flash.
oh.
Hey, bud.
That's
And so you can see how much lighter he is on the middle of his back there. When he was born, he's a baby, that darkest spot that he is on his head is what color he was all over. And then they'll lighten up quite a bit as they get older.
How old is he?
He's 7 years old. Yeah.
What's the lifespan?
He's coming.
Do what?
What's the lifespan?
So in captivity, the oldest sloth that we know of that was born and raised in captivity lived to be 54 years old. Yeah. So if you think about their metabolism and how slow everything is, their heart rate, how they digest their food, and everything in between is all extremely slow. And so that can, and in the wild, their life expectancy is going to be cut a lot shorter. Than captivity, where they have no other animals that are trying to eat them, it's pretty lengthened.
Well, he made it as far as.
Yes,
Hey, Flash.
Sometimes he does whatever he wants.
He always does whatever he wants. Who are we kidding?
My train is like,
Oh my gosh.
this is the crazy thing.
And then he does his encounters first thing in the morning, usually from like 10 to 11, or